Peace. Matter of fact, happy now. I want to get straight into it. Y'all know everything. Now it's vibrating, all that good stuff. Because matter of fact, if y'all remember one of my videos where I did a video while I was tripping, where I just got a lot of insight last night from a trip, and I'm gonna get straight into it. What if we are gods who built our own Disney World? We built our own Chuck E. Cheese, and we forgot that we walking through the Chuck E. Cheese. And what I'm saying is just getting more and more confirmation on how much this is a matrix. And what really helped too, will push me to really just do this video, like I gotta do it, because I had realizations last night, and then I had been shout out to the nature bar, the brethren, forgot the brethren with the tech, the brethren name, you know what I'm saying, as far as on an ego level. But you see, that's how much I'm breaking down the constructs of, like, but anyway, shout out to the brethren nature bar, because his video, like how we do each other, how we do basically for each other, we are one organism, you know, and that's why we call each other's reflection. Matter of fact, testament to what the brethren, how the brethren call, speak on being reflection. But like, we are reflections, and that part of my reflection, downloaded some information and came out with it that I feel that we all are getting. Even down to right now, I feel like shit is getting so serious that the government even trying to zap my brain right now to stop. So a lot of times when I'm realizing, when I catch those little moments dealing with information, I'm being zapped by the government on some other shit. And that's another thing too, where it's like you try to not be conspiracy theorists, fear mongering, none of this. But then it just gets to a point where the proof is in the pudding, And I got a lot of that last night from my journey, even down to feeling that vibration. Another reason, that Om or whatever, that vibration we hear. Picture like being in the TV. Like when you ever heard somebody TV before you walked in their house, like you could just tell that something's on inside somebody's house before you walk in it. We are in a matrix. We are in like a TV. And matter of fact, and as I'm explaining these things, it's so straight up of a download. I'm not even compromising with your ego. You don't even have to believe me. As a matter of fact, that's what time it is. You don't have to believe me. Because another thing too, you'll start to realize, again, the social constructs of things. As a matter of fact, with the nature bar, and I done dipped into this before, but him dropping that video and me seeing it right now just kind of helped. And I didn't even watch it all. I just caught the beginning of it. It spoke to identity crisis. And again, like we are one part of source being that is in a physical matrix, experiencing things and learning lessons. We're not black, we're not white, we're not Chinese, we're not human, we don't identify yourself with none of these things. And even more so, how this is like Hunger Games, y'all. That Black Panther movie that y'all getting all crump about and all this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's cool, but it's locking you more in this matrix, because now it's like, oh, I'm a black person, I got something proud to be of. You forgetting that you're in a game. That's the main part of their game too, is to, by ever means. So if it's little pockets, it's trying to get you to be sucked into your to the idea of that you are some type of human, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, like the fact that you resonate with being human more than being a spirit is how they got you right there, you know what I'm saying? But this is a physical matrix. And then the whole thing with like Hollywood and Disneyland, like matter of fact with the magic wand from the movie Bright, and the movie Bright being in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? And to even catching the vibe, like Hollywood mimics the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? Like in essence, it puts on this show, you know what I'm saying? Just like how this whole Matrix is a show. Hollywood displays how much, Hollywood is the Matrix inside the Matrix, if that makes sense, But it's time to see that we are not these identities, that this is a game. And now it's getting to that point where we're going to, so too, you start to realize, if this message doesn't resonate with you, it's cool. If this does resonate with you, then, You know, just stay in tune, stay listening, because it's like about that time to fall in line on some real, you know, knowing what's up. And what's funny is not no war type of stuff or none of that. It's just really knowing that you're in a matrix. And now these beings, you know, I bet you a lot of us, I know myself, I've been being quote unquote tested by these agents, you know, these demons that's promote things to help you, you know, stay in the matrix. Like, oh yeah, man, how you like that Black Panther movie, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like things to put, you know, oh yeah, I'm black, Wakanda forever, you know what I'm saying? Forgetting that you're a whole fucking vibration in the matrix. And by forgetting that, you lock yourself. Picture being all right in a Chuck E. Cheese, you know, in the daytime, everybody there or whatever. Then imagine that everybody gone, but then you can't leave because you didn't realize that Chuck E. Cheese was just a game. Like you really in there like, oh man, Chuck E. Cheese so real, man. Look at it smile, this and that. And then they lock up Chuck E. Cheese while you still in there. Importantly, they lock up Chuck E. Cheese while you still in Chuck E. Cheese, the Matrix. So you gonna feel like, picture being locked in Chuck E. Cheese where everybody gone. Like, you know how you could feel that everybody is gone? You know, like you ever been somewhere you could feel like I'm by myself? You know that feeling? If you think this Matrix is real, you're gonna end up, you know, in Chuck E. Cheese by yourself. In the amusement park after it's closed. We about to close the amusement park. You know, and some of us, you know, think about these movies too. They personify, again, the Matrix in the Matrix. How, you know, they got these movies of how the rich God-like people come down into a bodysuit and just enjoy this physical world. You know, we just have fun. And like all these other little people, they kind of just glitches in the Matrix are, you know, like people who don't understand what we understand. You know, we put them in this program, you know, just to be there to entertain us. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? I don't know if y'all hear me. That's another thing too. It's been a while since I just letting it loose, you know. It's the vibe, like right now, like, you know, it's to really understand that. And two, that's why I wanted to say it's been a while since I felt like where I've been. It's been a while since I felt comfortable talking on something like that, like just being way out there and then just being super comfortable about it, because that's how real it's getting right now too. Even down to this airplane being somewhat of a hindrance to me delivering this message. And even last night, where there was helicopters all in the Venice area, when me and my brethren first started to, you know, get into our journey. You know, and it's like, you know, little agents. We even had to download too. There's another thing about this Matrix. It is like a Matrix. You remember the agents, you know, that would pop up on Neo everywhere and try to stop them? You know, we realized, like, you got agents like that. You also have agents kind of like the Oracle from the Matrix, or just people that has no sides in this situation. You know, they're nor for the quote-unquote fake good or the fake evil, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, because, you know, they overstand. They're part of Matrix, so they overstand it in essence. So it's like they just there to kind of shake things up. And two, think about it like this is all programs we created for ourselves. Like, picture making a game for yourself and then going inside of it and like, all right, I'm going to create a Mr. Anderson. I'm going to create some females to seduce me and this and that. And I'm going to see if I could play this game and come out of it remembering that I'm not a part of this game. Remembering that this is Disney World. Remembering that this is Chuck E. Cheese, you know. And again, another thing to get into that with the brethren, with the Nature Bar brought up about like how it's logging in and logging out. And again, from beginning, and all of us speak on this on so many levels, but again, I'm bringing it back for right now because it's important. Like being subconscious program, everything. And what's funny how much our intuition just moves, because this is the serious download about like just always how I say, following your intuition. Matter of fact, they're trying to gather myself. Logging in and logging out. And subconscious. We've been programmed from day one. You're black, you know. You're called Ray. Those people over there don't like you. This letter right here is A. You know, this sound right here is called bass. This color is green. You know what I'm saying? You program is like, as a matter of fact, like a good example of the way the Brethren said is like logging into a social media network, you know. Like, all right, log in. All right. And then two, another thing, our DNA, our reincarnated lives is again this learning life. And he brought that again, like so picture the DNA situation. Like, all right, and I always bring this up. I'm like, all right, if I was a racist white person in one life, you know, on some karmic shit, I get to go through the other side of the spectrum and see, you know what I'm saying? It's like going through playing different roles, you know, and learning lessons through playing these different roles. But the main important thing is remembering that it is a role, you know what I'm saying? That you log into this computer, you know, when you playing a simulation, then you log out. You know, while some of us log in and say, for instance, I created a computer program, and in my computer program, I created a movie called Black Panther for me to watch. You know, in my program, I go out and like, yeah, Wakanda forever. But then I forget that, wait, I'm in a game that I made for myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a matrix, you know, that I created for myself, you know, in essence, that I created, that I put myself in. And it makes so much sense when you think about it from that perspective. Like, you know, I chose to, and which is part that, because it's part, I chose to be in this matrix. And this part, how could I say, other situations. Because right now, as I was trying to explain it, the download I caught was like, I don't even speak on it because it's hard to put into words right now, especially where my brain at, because I'm still like, I haven't smoked yet. So it's funny that I'm grounded enough to even deliver this information, because, you know, again, you know, bringing information down from high vibrational places, or just, you know, from our non-physical existence, you know, it's hard to bring that information. Now, that's where hematite come in, hematite and fluoride. But another thing that I caught on my trip last night, Papa Legba. So the reason why Papa Legba is considered the trickster, now all these deities, all this is a personification of certain things within the matrix. So how, all right, and notice how this is coming around as I start to get into Papa Legba. So let's just wait a little second. Let the matrix finish trying to stop me from doing what I'm doing. All right. That's how real it's getting. Anyway. Papa Legba. Papa Legwa, Elegwa, Ganesha, Ishu, you know what I'm saying? The trickster. Most important, that aspect of Elegba, the trickster part and the crossroads part. Like, the crossroads is being in between the seen and the unseen, or being in between the ego and the spirit, you know? And when I catch myself in between, say, for instance, a standoff where somebody's ego is battling against somebody's spirit, you know what I'm saying? And I find myself, like, laughing at the situation on the inside. You know, it's like Papa Legba is a personification of that uncomfortable feeling you get from being in between certain vibrations. And not say uncomfortable, because also that trickster vibration. So laughing, if you notice, laughing could also turn into crying right quick. Like, so that's where that comes from, like the trickster, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, being a Capricorn, knowing about death, you know, both sides of the coin, like, you know, and I know it's getting that deep, because I know I'm making myself sound, you know, And again, and that's another thing. If I'm sounding crazy to you, then matter of fact is don't watch. That's what you should do. But this is breaking down some real information right here. So yeah, the Papa Legba energy, like the reason why he's a trickster, ha ha ha, laugh laugh, because when you in the crossroads of being between the light and the dark and all this, you know what I'm saying, there's so much tension of awkwardness and laughing and crying, like you just the trickster, you know what I'm saying, where and you have to find some type of not you say have to find, but it just develops that, again, that laugh cry type of relationship. And I noticed it when like just that in between vibration, like, and again that crossroads, that blended area. He's the trickster. I jump in, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought about like last night, whenever I would get like realizations, and it'll be realizations that kind of like again might have prophesied something that would be quote unquote bad, and I just like like you know what I'm saying, laughing. And then two, also like coming to a realization of almost like the sad, like crying, like laughing, and then like, oh damn, like it's so serious, and it's like, all right, laughing not to cry, Papa Legba. In between that, though, you gotta have that vibe to laugh and, you know what I'm saying, like that's the only way to exist in between those realms. So that's what Papa Legba energy represents, is that person that walks within those crossroads, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna develop that trickster too, because you walk in between those crossroads, you have a big overstanding. So that's why you're a trickster, or that's why Legba, or that Legba energy is a trickster, because like this is a matrix. So all this, like whether I'm saying meditate or whatever, or whether I'm telling you to go eat some bad shit, it doesn't matter. Like and then cry, you know what I'm saying, like that mixed blend, you know what I'm saying, like that's the aspect. And this is the type of stuff that's not being put into words, that the type of stuff that we're going to be bringing down, that's not being put into words. I'm catching downloads as I'm even, you know what I'm saying, I'm still, again, but, and I just had to, like I said, it's just I had to go with the flow of the video in the moment, because it just felt like the download was just becoming more and more serious to deliver to everybody that we're in the matrix. All these programming, it's like, you don't have to get in the conversation with anybody. That's why those little key things be like say for instance, where some things in spirituality is true. A lot of the spirituality, though, is dogmatism to lock you down. How you lock down a God? You give them dogmatisms, and you trick them into, thinking that being submissive is the way to opening, being submissive is the way to the light, or back to God, and that's one of the furthest things away from the truth. You know what I'm saying? We're in the matrix, and we are here to dig it out. And what's funny is how blended it is. And that's why some people could go crazy or seem crazy when dealing with these aspects, because there's so many layers to the situation. Where, again, like how I spoke on how somebody could be an agent, but also a person that's teaching your lesson as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and a program that you made in the matrix as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all those things. And you start to see why some people who, that's why I more and more, I also tell other people, like, nah, I don't call that person crazy. They're not crazy. Like, they really not. Like, you thinking that you're in this matrix for real, you're the crazy one. Like, that's the crazy people. You wanna know the crazy people? It's the ones that's comfortable in this matrix without questioning it. That's the crazy people. Newsflash. Matter of fact, memo. Like, we need to send that memo out. The crazy people is the people that don't question the matrix. That's the real craziness. But again, we in Disneyland, and and pictures like picture the people in Chuck E. Cheese or Disneyland is like, we are one big soul. So me, let's just say Infinite Waters, Young Pharaoh, the Nature Boy, just all, just all of us, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to throw some names, but like and in perspective, like we one organism. It's just even down to us, like, the illusion of being, different beings, but we are one organism, realizing that, you know what I'm saying? And, again, getting back to realizing that all these little physical things in the matrix is just a construct. And why one of the important messages is like, remember that you're playing a game, like this is a game, don't think you're in the game when the reset button, don't be in the game and literally think you're in the game when the reset button get pressed, or when the machine get turned off for a second, because again, it's like, everybody in Chuck E. Cheese, you're enjoying it, and then it's like, all right, oh, y'all, time to go, time to leave our amusement park, let's go, y'all. And then you still in there like, Chuck E. Cheese, like, oh, Mickey Mouse, this and that, and Walt Disney and all that personifies that with Disneyland. Like, hey, look at the Matrix, say, y'all pay attention to all this, like, and it's deeper things, honestly, so deep. I could at least say this much. I'm not no person that doesn't share information, but there is a certain level of information that is meant for certain people on certain levels. So it's not that the knowledge, or like I'm keeping knowledge from somebody or hide knowledge, but it's there for those who's ready to receive it. That's another thing about knowledge. You have to be ready to receive it, even though this all is a matrix, when you're in your baby form, were you ready to receive a car? Were you ready to drive a car when you was a little baby? Nah, you had to grow a little bit, and, now you can receive the download of, something more. That's all. That's, it's a matrix, y'all. And that noise you hear, that it's almost exit stage left. It's almost time for us to cut off the TV. And again, because I'm hearing it as I talk to y'all, it's like, and that's what psychedelics do. Because from having that psychedelic trip last night, my memory is very vivid of who and what I am now, compared to somebody, oh man, the psychedelics, man, fuck that shit, bro, that shit's scary, man. Bro, the Matrix is real, agents is real. The story of the Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna didn't want to ride on his family, and Krishna, the Christ conscious, like, bro, that's not your family, bro. This is some little Matrix beings, man. You better, you in Disneyland and Chuck E. Cheese, bro. You better knock down those, you better slap Chuck E. Cheese in his face, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, don't be scared to push the Chuck E. Cheese machine down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Same analogy. Don't be scared to push the Chuck E. Cheese machine down. But right now, yeah, the game, stage exit left, they into the Matrix. Black Panther, like locking you down, like, oh, they think this about a black awakening or like some type of cultural awakening. Because another thing too, that Hebrew story, yes, is an awakening, but it's an awakening of people who realize that they're not people. It's like oxymoronic. It's like it's an awakening of people who realize that they're not a chosen people in essence. Like, and I say that they're not. It's people realizing that they are a part of Source and that all this shit is a game. So it's not necessarily no chosen, like the 144 across the forehead is us that realize, oh shit, we playing a game, we in a TV. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watching us. Hey y'all, what's up? Time to exit stage left, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. And if you're feeling like your world is gonna end, you're in your matrix mind frame. Like, if right now, if anything in life has you feeling like something is coming to an end, then you're vibrating from your egotistical vibration. And two, the ego is like a disease. If I'm not racist towards somebody, say for instance, all right, I'm not racist towards nobody, no white or whatever. I'm in the matrix, we playing this game. But say for instance, even with that conscious overstanding of knowing we're in the matrix, knowing that there's no racist, if I go by some people that's infected with this disease called the ego, and they're like, oh yeah, man, the crack ain't shit, man. White people ain't this and that, and I'm black and this. And even on vice versa, if I'm a white person, I go around some white people that's like, oh man, those niggas, this and that, you know, and you know better in your head. So say for instance, even though you consciously know better, by allowing yourself to be by that vibration, it still infects your auric field and infects you just like a disease. So now while you're around those people, those insecurities of that racism is popping up in your psyche. You know, even though you're consciously not trying to be racist and consciously not trying to, you know, have negative thoughts towards somebody. So that's how real, you know, the ego is. And when we say like how serious it is about protecting our energy and staying away from the wrong people, that's how real it is. So this is another thing too why I'm making this video, and I'm about to soon cut it off, because it's time to cut the bullshit. Like unplug the programs. You know, anything that's not letting you know that you're in a program, it's probably a part of the program. That's basically, you know, and that's it. That's basically what just all needs to be said. You know, with that, I'll start rolling up, but using my props in this movie. You know, Hollywood. You know, that magical tree, bright, magic with my wine, with the words casting spells. Like a movie, you know, you got the cast of the movie. You cast a spell, or you spell a word, or you curse somebody with words, a curse word, spelling, you know, abracadabra. And you see, it's another thing too, like how this video has like is a non-logical delivery. Like I'm pretty sure. Matter of fact, what's funny, as I'm recording this, I'm thinking to myself, like, I be real with y'all, like I love to watch this, see like how I deliver and how, you know, how it would seem to some people too, because I want to see how it would seem to, you know, just looking at the message. And remember, again, most importantly, if you feeling like you're about to die or something about to, you know, if you just feel like something is dying inside, something is leaving you, you're a little too connected to your ego, and you need to do some further work and remove yourself from it and realize you're in a matrix. That's just the most importantly. And, you know, and to cover up people like, well, you know, but what's really going on? You know, why you can't tell it? You know, it was a chess game, and we playing it as we go. My brother brought up a good example of, like, you know, how we cat people, like the lions, and like how a cat is agile, and how we just like playing the game, like, you know, like a cat. Oh, all right, you make this step, all right, I play with you. You know, all right, you make a step over here, you know, I play with your matrix. Because eventually, I'm a cat. I could dance all day, but a robot can't dance like no cat, baby. If you feel me. See, that's church right there. This is church. This is gospel, man. But for real though, man, you move like a cat. You know, like eventually that machine gonna like, it's gonna make a little move too slow, and it's like, oh, I saw that shit. Oh shit, like you can't keep up with the dance now. Like, come on, let's keep dancing. And then you just keep on dancing till the robot little nuts and bolts just start falling out of it. It's like overload, Melton. We've been found out. You know what I'm saying? Matrix, Altered Carbon, like the fact Altered Carbon, Black Panther, like all these things coming out right now. Oh, and before I go in that Player One movie, I never saw the preview for it or nothing yet, but just the fact of I could intuitively already know the concept. It's Player One letting you know, hey, in the Matrix, Player One, surrogates. Oh yeah, we rich. Our bodies stay in the house while we, let our consciousness go into these robots and stuff like this. Like, the Matrix. I'm locked in this little thing, and I'm gonna do the simulation. Like those movies. The movies is part programming to a certain extent, but part, And let's put it like this. Again, if I know I'm in the game, I ain't gotta trip out on the media either, cause I know it's the game that I created. I know Hollywood is the game that I created, so I don't have to. Oh man, they trying to trick us, and I mean, if they trying to trick us, then I'm trying to trick me. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case. So, but y'all, I see the time getting close. Just trying to spit out all of every little part. The Papa Legba part though, like being in between the scenes and like, you done been like in Pooh, I was channeling because I feel myself like, but again, and I'm gonna just get back to that. Don't be stained by your DNA. Don't be stained by the ancestors. The ancestor stuff, all that, our DNA is. So the truth to that is like, all right, it's the beginning of our makeup. Matter of fact, the Nature Bar spoke on that, and I'm about to end with that. Like, it is the blueprint of like our last life, So reason why I'm feeling so black and so whatever, because I had a past life that was dealing with something, and so I'm learning a different lesson in this life. So it's like kind of like the reverse psychology. Like, all right, if I was a racist white person, I'm gonna come back as a racist black person, or as a black person. No, if I was a racist white person, I'm gonna come back as a black person that's getting harmed, you know what I'm saying, in a harmful time, to learn that lesson, these situations. But again, it's a physical matrix, y'all. And matter of fact, this is probably gonna have to have a part 2. I ain't lying, cause this is like, should be like a 10-hour. This should be like a 24-hour video. Just live all day, just running it, you know what I'm saying? But that's it, y'all. Just remember, we in the Matrix. And I might do a part 2 of this video, I might not. Who knows? Who cares? Do you care? Peace, y'all. Remember, don't take things too serious or you get caught up in Chuck E. Cheese with the lights off, man. You don't want to be in Chuck E. Cheese with the lights off. And on that note, happy now, y'all. Now is the vibrate. Peace.